welcome to my world. Consider how their trikes are perceived. Most trike owners like the way their bikes look, and more power to them. There's three types of general looks trikes fall into: traditional, modern, and futuristic. But most young people think of traditional style trikes like the Harley Davidson and the Vanderhalls as their grandfather's bikes. Trikes like the Honda are considered modern. On the other hand, most people think of BRP, Can-Am, and Slingshot trikes as futuristic looking. BRP, Rykers, and Spyders, including the Sea to Sky, are all considered the future of motorcycle riding. Added bike stresses from conversion kits. Trike conversion kits add various mechanical and operational stresses to a motorcycle due to the changes in weight distribution, handling dynamics, and drivetrain configuration. Up to 250-pound extra weight can alter power delivery, which can stress the engine and drivetrain and clutch. The frame experiences different twisting forces with their trike conversions. The front suspension and steering head are subject to new stresses. Also, individual parts can wear prematurely, like swing arm shaft and bearing, universal joints, and engine mounts. Proper insulation and using higher quality components designed for the added stresses and regular maintenance can help mitigate these issues. Stay to the end of this video to see my bonus points, and it is on with the show. Is your trike overheating? Some trikes do overheat, especially in hot weather and stop-and-go traffic due to poor engine design, the catalytic converter, and a lack of sufficient airflow. Some companies make rock-solid engines for their trikes that do not overheat. With all the technology available today, it should be easy. The writing is on the wall. Some owners are mad and they're not going to take it anymore. They have woke up and smelled the coffee, and the coffee smelled like planned obsolescence. The company knows what should be done, but they just won't do it. If your trike has lots of vibrations and rattles, like the Harley, Slingshots, and Vanderhalls, then maybe you should consider a new BRP Spyder or Canyon. They have world-class quality and has minimum amount of vibration and no rattles. Their fit and finish is outstanding, and they're perfect for cruising and touring. Check it out for yourself and you decide. I'm just saying. If your trike is extreme or excessive, it's been said that everything should be in moderation. Too much of anything is too much. Modern trike must appeal to a younger generation if this industry is to survive. Younger people do not believe in excesses and extremes. They want things to be the right size, the right weight, the right power, and the right price. They're not falling for the propaganda. If anything is too big, too heavy, too powerful, or too much, it's not going to sell. It must be appropriate, otherwise they're not paying for it. It's a new day. Stay to the end of this video, and it's back to the show. Trikes manufacturer ignoring the front fork issues. The front forks of traditional trikes is fundamentally mismatched to a trike's steering and suspension needs. An aftermarket modification is needed to provide the correct geometry and handling dynamics for a smoother, more stable ride. Forks can negatively affect a motorcycle track smoothness, primarily due to the improper geometry for a non-leaning vehicle and the lack of independent suspension. If you ignore this, then you would have to deal with it. Harley Trikes from the factory has a solid axle with a differential. Not having independent rear suspension inherently accounts for a more harsher ride. If one wheel hits a pothole, then the whole back end shakes. This is one reason the Harley and some Honda trikes ride rough. This is a known issue, but they don't care. It's cheaper for the company, bad for the owners. A lack of standard driver's backrest. It doesn't make sense to me that a top-of-the-line luxury 45,000 to 55,000 trikes don't come with a driver's backrest as standard equipment. Have these manufacturers lost their mind? Are they trying to squeeze every dime out of loyal customers? It's not the cost of the backrest, it's the principle. The driver's backrest is needed on every trike, and it should be mandatory, not optional, especially at these prices. The high cost of maintenance and shop fees. Harley Trikes maintenance cost is expensive. From initial 500 to 1,000 mile checkup could cost $500 or more. $450 for a brake fluid flush. A yearly budget of $1,200 to $1,800 is a good estimate for covering scheduled service and also unexpected repairs and replacement of wear and tear parts. Remember, these prices are for regular two-wheel bikes. Trikes require more maintenance than usual. The Honda Trikes 24,000 service with valve adjustment costs over $2,000. New tires can wear out after 3,000 miles. This can become a major reoccurring cost. Both Harley and Honda do have high maintenance overhead and shop fees, being between $175 to $200 an hour. This is semi-insane. BRP's maintenance and shop fees are more reasonable. Please leave a comment if you agree with any of my points that I'm making, and also subscribe, share, and leave a notification, and it is back to the show. Bleeding edge technology that's available now. Most of the time, technology makes things better, and if you ignore it, you could end up in a rut. A person could miss out on what's the best product to buy and how to get more bang for your buck. Everyone should care somewhat so they can be informed, but I guess there are different strokes for different folks. There are high-tech things like rear backup cameras for trikes, smart shop technology, and even semi-off-road trikes like the BRP Can-Am Canyons. Foot and mandatory handbrake use. Why would a trike company require the driver to use a handbrake for the front wheel when it is technologically possible to just use one foot brake to smoothly stop all three wheels? It's easier, less stressful, and safer. Letting the computer work out how much pressure and what percentage to apply is far more desirable. Eliminating the repetitive front handbrake makes the ride more pleasurable. One less egg to fry. The lack of variable power steering. If your trikes don't have variable power steering, like the Honda and the Harley Davidson, the Vanderhall do have power steering, but it's the basic kind, then maybe you should consider a trike that does. All Slingshot models, including the S, SL, SLR, and the R, and the special 10th anniversary edition, and all BRP, Can-Am, and Canyon models do have variable power steering, and it is needed to easily maneuver these heavy bikes. We BRP owners can't imagine driving without it. If your trike only has manual clutch shifting, maybe you should consider a BRP trike. They have full automatic on Rykers and semi-automatic transmission on their Spyder F3, F3S, F3 Limited, RT, RTL, and the RT Sea to Sky models, as well as all of their Canyon models, all the Vanderhall models, and all the Slingshot models, including the S, SL, SLR, and the special 10th anniversary edition do have automatic transmissions, but no paddle shifter like BRP. Can-Am semi-automatic gives you the fun of shifting without the hassle of a clutch. No clutch, no fuss. You'll have smooth sailing from now on. You owe it to yourself. If your trike lacks ladies' drivability, if your partner is going to help pay for your trike, then she should know how to and be able to drive it sometime, especially while touring. If you get too tired, then she should be able to take over the driving duties. She wants to help, but only if the bike is user-friendly. If it's mainly built for men only, it's not fair. It's up to the owner to speak up with their wallets. Some things can be done and something should be done. Your loved one should be heard. All BRP trikes can easily be driven by ladies. See my couple video. If you're shocked by the outrageous new trikes MSRP prices, maybe you should check out or consider BRP trikes. They have world-class looks, world-class quality, and reasonably priced. You do have options. BRP offers value for your money. Bonus point. Consider the fact that there's only one company in the world that specializes in three-wheel motorcycles, and that is BRP. They have done the most research, applied the most technology, and put together the biggest collection of trike models in the world. From the front twist and go Ryker models to their cruising and touring Spyder models, including their luxury Sea to Sky, and their off-road adventurous Can-Am models. No other company can match what Can-Am has done, not even close. All these facts make them the king of trikes. In conclusion, these are just facts to consider. You can use them as you like. Different strokes for different folks. I dug this data up to be of some help. If you like this video, please leave a comment, subscribe, and share. I'm always glad to hear from people. You should check out all that BRP has to offer and make up your own mind. This is SB Mike saying, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.